Jim Costello, Sam Lehman Morton, and you're entering Jim's Trans Zone. You can reach me at 309 208 8268, 309 208 8268. Good morning, Jim Costello, and you are entering Jim's Trans Zone. So today we're going to talk a little bit about maintenance. So, there's a whole lot of things out there on maintenance, and every manufacturer tells you something different, right? And it's hard to keep track of what's real and what's not. I mean, for heaven's sakes, can I really drive a car 12,000 miles or 10,000 miles for an oil change? I'm going to make this a little bit simple and easy. No. The reason you can't do it is you're talking about a lubricant that is working in your motor, okay? So every time a piston goes up and down, it has to have lubrication, and that lubrication gets taken then kind of removed, or most of it removed, by the rings. So here's the truth of the matter. It doesn't matter whether you're in using synthetic oil or if you're using regular oil. It all is based off of carbon deposits and contaminations that go in the oil, as well as driving habits. Does the car have a chance to get warmed up when you're driving or commuting to and from work, or running the kids around, or just doing errands, heading to the doctors, whatever. So, if you live in a city and you're not traveling except to the grocery store and doctor visits and maybe to the school or the high school, or you're going to see your grandkids, you're going to see your kids play a soccer game, and those are short trips, and the car doesn't get completely up to operating temperature and you're putting limited miles on it, then regular oil, okay, probably take it out about 4,500 miles, tip top 5,000 miles. Regular oil, do not go over 5,000 miles. I don't care what any manufacturer says. They're all just trying to make their maintenance cost seem low. That's all that's about. If you're using a synthetic oil, and most of the vehicles today do use synthetic oil, you can take it out a little longer because it maintains its viscosity a little bit better than regular oil. Contaminants are still contaminants, and they're always going to affect it. So look, you're not going to have any problems for, the first 80,000 miles if you ignore my advice. The problem comes down the road. Manufacturers all know that if they cover their vehicle on the powertrain, engine, transmission, drive axle, all internally lubricated parts, that nothing is going to happen if you expand that oil change cycle. Every one of them knows it. They've got bean counters and accountants that do the research. But if you are looking to keep a vehicle longer, or if you're looking to get top dollar out of the vehicle when you go to trade it, the condition, the noise the engine is making is going to make a difference. So it's critical. Synthetic oil, 6,000 miles, yeah, you can probably get by with that, and the vehicle will still last. But I can tell you from personal experience, if you wait until that light comes on, you're not going to have any problem. But don't expect for that engine to have the same life of 160, 170,000 miles. For me, some of them I drive a long time. If we like the vehicle, I'll drive it for a longer period of time. I want to get all my money out of it. They're too large an investment. For others, I like to rotate them. And I like to rotate them because there's additional features that are offered. There's additional safety features, especially, that are offered. So I like to make some changes sometimes. So it just kind of depends on what your trade cycle is. But if you want to keep a vehicle and you want to get the maximum out of the vehicle when you go to trade it in, let's do some preventative maintenance. While we're on that subject, tires. The biggest thing, oil changes and tires are the one thing that we always have to do. It is critical to rotate your tires at least every other oil change. Tires today are not like tires were made when I was 20 years old. And the steering systems are different. You know, it used to be recirculating ball steering systems. Then it went to rack and pinion. Now many of them are magnetic in nature, and that puts some additional stress on those tires. So to keep those tires from wearing out prematurely or from cupping, which causes a lot of tire noise, okay, it's important to change those. Also, when you go to trade that vehicle in, if it's got tire noise on it, they're going to walk around and they're going to put their hand on the tire. If they feel some cupping, they know they're going to have to replace the tires. So there's a little bit on maintenance. Glad you tuned in to Jim's Transzone. You have a wonderful day. Thanks.